Call Anthem Blue Cross at 800-603-8417 for your Medicare Advantage plan review. Find a plan with all the benefits you're eligible for. We're here to help, so you never go it alone. That's our anthem.
This is Kcal News, Los Angeles.
Now at noon, retired Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, who blazed a trail as the first woman to sit on the Supreme Court, has died. Welcome to Kcal News at noon, streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim, in for Amy Johnson. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor made history in the early 1980s as the first woman appointed to the Supreme Court. Her trailblazing career as one of the most powerful women of her era had humble roots. CBS News correspondent Weijia Jiang takes a look back at her incredible life.
I will do my best to serve the court.
President Ronald Reagan put a crack in the glass ceiling when he chose Sandra Day O'Connor to serve on the nation's highest court.
I will send to the Senate the nomination of Judge Sandra Day O'Connor of Arizona Court of Appeals for confirmation as an Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court.
The U.S. Senate unanimously confirmed her.
It's all right to be the first to do something, but I didn't
grew up in Texas during the Great Depression. O'Connor grew up on an Arizona cattle ranch. She graduated from Stanford with degrees in economics and law. She briefly dated William Rehnquist, who would eventually become Chief Justice of the United States, before marrying John J. O'Connor III. When no law firm would hire her because she was a woman, O'Connor turned to public service. After raising a family, she got into politics and caught the eye of the White House.
She is truly a person for all seasons, possessing those unique qualities of temperament, fairness, intellectual capacity, and devotion to the public good, which have characterized the 101 brethren who have preceded her.
A moderate conservative who personally opposed abortion, O'Connor's key swing votes preserved Roe v. Wade. She successfully fought breast cancer in 1988. It was her husband's declining health that led to her resignation from the court in 2006. After stepping down, she devoted her life to teaching young people how government works.
Most of our native-born Americans can't answer all the questions that we require of people from other countries who are becoming citizens.
And her legal career wasn't over. Sandra Day O'Connor continued hearing cases on a part-time basis as a visiting judge. Weijia Jiang, Washington.
A historic morning in Congress. The U.S. House of Representatives has voted to expel Republican Representative George Santos, making him just the sixth House member to ever be expelled.
In light of the expulsion of the gentleman from New York, Mr. Santos, the whole number of the House is now 434.
The vote came after the House Ethics Committee found that the New York Republican deceived donors and used campaign funds to buy Botox, designer clothing, and take trips to the Hamptons and Atlantic City. Some Republicans pushed back against Santos's expulsion, saying the courts or the people of New York, they should decide whether Santos continues to serve. But his fellow Republican lawmakers from New York spearheaded the push to have him expelled.
Obviously broken the law, defrauded taxpayers, voters, and donors.
Read the report. It's a 50-plus page report, which I believe is very damning and really sets forth the evidentiary basis for why expulsion is proper.
Santos left the House floor even before the vote was finished, and he made no comment as he left the Capitol. Santos, again, is now the sixth House lawmaker to ever be expelled. Of those six, 3 were during the Civil War, and the other 2 were convicted of crimes. LA County is launching a new effort to help curb the homeless problem. The Care Court program is meant to help address the growing problem of mental illness among our homeless population. Kcal News reporter Tina
will eventually have their own